Welcome, my darklings. I thought I would exhume a very old tag, but is very fitting for the goth community, the death tag. There are just 7 arguably morbid questions, but it's all just a bit of macabre fun, and hopefully you get to know me a little better. Question 1. How do you want to die? Well, as cliche and predictable as that is, I'd probably want to die in my sleep, as peacefully as possible. However, that sounds like a bit of a cop-out, doesn't it? I've had some close calls with pneumonia, and they do say mankind's greatest fear is that of the unknown, so I'd probably like to go in a familiar way. Although, if you get severe enough pneumonia, you're asleep for most of it anyway. Question 2. What will happen to your YouTube channel? Arguably, I find anything you put online is far longer lasting than any grave or physical memorial. I'd also like to think that my channel has spread joy and been proactive in the Gothic community. I would like it to stay up and public for people to enjoy and remember me by, and perhaps leave a positive legacy impacting new people in the future. Question 3. Who would you leave your money to? Ever pragmatic. I'd most likely leave it to my next of kin. In the unlikely scenario that none of my relatives find me, I would leave it all to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, or possibly even the Bat Conservation Society, if the Sophie Lancaster one no longer existed by the time I died. Question 4. What would happen to your body? If I could afford it, I would love to be planted under a willow or an elm tree, but given that our country is rapidly running out of free space, I think it would be quite cool to turn my ashes into some jewellery, or possibly even an hourglass. That way I could still participate in board games like Pictionary. Question 5. What do you want your funeral to be like? I'm not one for gross expenditure on events and one-off occasions. It's the memories and company that counts, not the trimmings. I'd probably have a humble affair, ask my closest friends and family to join together in a meal of some sort, but without breaking anyone's budget or splurging my meagre inheritance, especially after taxes. If it was possible for an open casket funeral, I would have my coffin go out along to the song Dance Macabre. Oh, this is a deep one. Question 6. What will you miss most that won't exist after you die? Oh gosh, the possibilities are endless. I would say my friendships and my cat. And also archery, if that's just not a thing in the afterlife. I don't know if the sense of sight and sound will exist, but those are also some very important things I would likely miss. Number 7. How would you want to be remembered? Well, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm a rather eccentric character, even in real life, so I leave an impression whether I want to or not. I suppose I'd want to be remembered for my creativity, my sense of style, and my vigilance when it comes to caring for my cat, and my enthusiasm for learning. Whether I would be remembered for those things, or if other traits would override that, who knows? Well, there you go, that was the death tag. If Oh My Goth, Sanis, Star Raven's Gothic Eternity, Lady Raven, Rouge the Goth, Sentry Countess, or Victorian Vampire Graveyard would like to do this tag, the questions will be in the description. And of course, anyone else who would like to do this. Do like the video if you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing if you are equally macabre and dark-hearted as I, as well as Gothic tags. I do hauls, travel blogs, I attend Gothic and Gothic adjacent events, and share the odd obscure history video. If any of those things interest you, do consider subscribing, and check out my Patreon link in the description, where you'll find exclusive content and free downloads. It's free to join, so do check it out, and I'll see you next time. Take care, my darlings. Bye bye.